So they showed off Bedman's kit on the starter guide, and man, he looks like a set play monster with incredible zoning capabilities. Let's get into why. It's mostly because of this state right here, Error 6E. The first thing that I find strong about this state is how autonomous it is. Once this state is activated, you easily have an advantage, because this state allows him to get some nasty pressure off of his block strings, or even greater damage opportunities in combos. And it's not entirely passive either, no. You can just trigger it yourself with Call Point 2. Call Point 2 basically makes 6E an ever-present threat, whether you want to passively wait for 6E's various follow-ups to activate on its own, or use 6E actively with Call Point 2. This system resembles his deja vu mechanics in Exard, where he would use a special move and place down a seal where it was last used. Those seals can be manually triggered to replay that special move. But in Strive, he has the advantage of being either active or passive with his follow-ups. It's pretty cool. I believe this state is very strong in what it brings to his kit, but you have to commit to one of his 3 special moves to activate it, like his projectile. It looks fast, it tracks the opponent, and it's usable in the air. Yeah, this thing's pretty good. The follow-up that you get out of this in the Error 6E state is another projectile that tracks the opponent. 4BA already looks strong to me, not only because of its zoning capabilities, but because of the easy access into state 6E. Next move, we have the spin! Or just call it 4P3. Looks like a very standard combo ender, just like how it was in Exard. But unlike Exard, this special doesn't hard knockdown, meaning you're not gonna get any good Oki. But that's probably to compensate for the amazing Error 6E follow-up you get from this move. This one's pretty interesting. It has a guard crush to it, and its state follow-up also has a guard crush. Not only that, but you can charge up the move to get better damage, or possibly even better advantage on block. I'm gonna have to explore this move with its follow-up when he comes out, because, man, both of those things look incredibly saucy. And speaking of being potentially saucy, you can delay the automatic activation of the 6E state by using this move. Personally, I feel like this is a pretty gimmicky mix-up tool that's used occasionally when your opponent's lacking, but otherwise, I don't see much usage out of it. I'll just have to find out when it's dropped. On to his supers. He has bed install. That's right, they gave a bed an install. And he gets incredibly juiced up follow-ups from his Error 6E state. That projectile from earlier hits harder, and now it has a knockdown. The explosion follow-up that happens after the spin! Yeah, that just covers the whole screen. That's pretty decent. Especially with the fact that you can activate this manually. And that's what I think is gonna make Bedman incredibly powerful in the long run. And lastly, it's his reversal super. I love the visual design on this thing. It just looks like he can't control whatever he's pulling out, and it backfires. So yeah, that's pretty much all of what they showed off in the starter trailer. And everything from his 6E state to his special moves to his visual and audio design, I just find so damn cool. And more on the 6E state, it seems incredibly dynamic with how you play Bedman. Whether you're zoning, pressuring, or comboing someone, you can just choose to either be passive or active with it. I believe this will amount to Bedman being a very strong addition to the Strive roster. I'm pretty curious about what you guys think of his kit, so let me know. Until next time, catch you guys on the next one. Peace.